All right, welcome to the Haters Ball. It's your boy Dumb It Down. Let's see, did it start? Is the question.
Not
Yeah,
for me.
it's you said.
No.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I could. This is what I'm saying.
I used to read Word Up magazine.
I don't. I don't know. It says
You
we
want me to just make
live.
that private?
It says we live.
All right,
We
great.
live at
Yeah,
5? Don't say it live to me.
yeah,
Let
it
me
said we
see.
live. It said we live.
All right, we live then.
All
Mm-hmm.
right.
I used to read Word Up
Okay, so we
magazine.
live. All right, great. Okay, so welcome to His Ball. It's your boy Dumb It Down. Sorry, we got technical difficulties. But let's jump right in, man. I'm here with my younger brother B Dog
Yo.
and my older brother Old Baldy.
Do you have a Chevy, white boy?
All right. So obviously, man, we gotta talk about this beef. Clearly, you already bringing it up. But y'all want to jump right into it, or did y'all want to talk about the NBA for a second?
I don't want to talk about the NBA.
All right. Okay. All right. So let's get right into this.
I'm hard too.
To this beef. Before we get into the beef, though, we got to talk about the Future album came out. We still don't trust you, and we never talked about that. So, what did y'all think of this album? We know it had some Drake disses on this album. Some shots from The Weeknd, from ASAP Rocky. So, what did y'all think of this album?
Man, I didn't listen to this shit. I don't listen to Future. I knew once the last disc came out, there was no Kendrick on there. I heard the A$AP Rocky disc, but I really don't care about none of these other niggas if they dissing Drake, honestly. I don't care about none of these niggas.
If it's not Kendrick,
So
you don't
I
care.
wasn't going. Yeah, I really don't care what Future has to say about Drake or Metro or The Weeknd. ASAP, about damn time he clapped back because, I mean, it seemed like Drake been throwing shots at that nigga for a long time and Rihanna. So, but otherwise, I don't care.
All right, Baldy, what you thought of the disses or the album as a whole?
The album as a whole, I mean, I thought it was alright. It's not really my bag, so it's hard for me to judge as far as that goes. But I thought this stuff was silly, man. These disses are funny. It's like I don't know what you want to call it, man. One of them trash supervillain teams that teamed up. I wouldn't say it's something like
Team
the Sinister
Rocket or
Six.
something?
It ain't like that. What happened?
Was Team Rocket or something? What do you mean?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a great way to
Steve
describe it.
Rocket.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like a lot of these dudes to me are just alright. So you see him on this all these little disses. It's like the weekend disses, man. Like he's crooning disses. Rocky
Yeah.
got disses. They're not strong. They're just okay. So I don't know if there's more stuff to come, but it's like the weirdo, like gang up on Drake time, All Stars, which I don't like Drake, so it's fine, but just odd to me.
Well, okay, that's my thing. I don't like Drake. And so when Kendrick did it, I mean, listen, to everybody, I've always liked Kendrick more than Drake. So I know people, think of me as the Kendrick hater. But so
Bad take.
when Kendrick dissed him, I was hyped. But this second album just makes I don't know. They made Drake the underdog. And it's odd to me. Why would you make him the underdog when you have everyone dissing him? To me, it just seems like poor strategy. I don't know why they needed this second album. The second album doesn't have a like that on it. None of the songs are as good as that, as high quality as that. Really, I think this album's a lot of mid to me. And the disses are lackluster. Like, I don't know, for this to be your comeback with all the hype. I
This
just
one had a different energy, so I don't know. It's
yeah,
hard for me to say like it's whack. It's clearly like a more like an R&B type of thing, and
right.
that's fine. Or I don't know what you want to call it. I don't think it's really R&B, but it's some kind of like vibey, not as much rapidy rap on it. So it's fine. Um, but it ain't good like that.
I don't think it's good. It's not as good as the last one. So here's my thing. All right, you Metro Boomin and Future, y'all both got beef with Drake. So first off, you Metro Boomin, he's got a beef. He's part of this beef. All right. What do these extra 20 something songs do for you in this beef? I just feel like I don't know why you needed it. Just let the other one rock. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, what about the music sales of it? You know what I mean? That's gonna do numbers. I don't know the numbers. I know the first one did numbers. I know like that's supposed to still be number one a song.
Right.
So that's working. So I mean that's great. Look, you already got the marketing from it. So you might as well capitalize. I mean, you probably had the songs anyway. The plan was maybe more, hey, this the R&B one, this the more rappy one. And we'll have two separate ones. We'll just name them both the We Don't Like Drake to keep the marketing aspect of it going. I don't know if that's that might be a good strategy for business, maybe not for beefing, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, okay. Maybe this is for the money, for the streams. That's cool. I don't know. It just, to me, it waters down your whole thing. So what's up to Matt and Imperial Stats in the chat? So Imperial Stats says they were trying to do soft Drake songs on this one because they taking shots. So at Drake. So I guess they want to get him from both angles. They want to get him from the R&B angle. They already did a rap angle. But we know, I think Drake was smart to wait for the second album because there were disses on this album. So he had to wait. I mean, there were people who are saying we're gonna get into this. Is Kendrick on the clock or not, or stuff like that. But people are saying, oh, Drake took 3 weeks. But my thing is, they had already announced a second album coming out. You know what I mean? Beforehand, that we're also gonna have disses on it. So he had to wait.
Right.
And then now you made him the underdog by piling on with more people with lamer disses. Like, they're not better disses, or even,
noteworthy.
They're not noteworthy compared to the
people not talking about none of them disses on there. The ASAP Rocky one, that's it.
That's not really. I mean, they might be talking about it more if the whole sequence didn't happen the way it did either. So,
but they should have expected that. That's their fault. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe they should have expected. I mean, after they dropped, they knew Drake was going to come at some point. And once Drake drops, that's going to stop everything. And if anybody responds to him, that's going to stop everything too. So you knew that all of your disses were going to get stepped on this week. It felt like.
I mean, if Ross on the team, maybe that was all. Maybe they have team strategy. Maybe they just got scattershot strategy. Maybe it's not really strategy. Maybe it's every man got his own strategy. So
Ross broke out of line,
but we ain't coordinated. So your album coming out, well, Drake respond. I'm gonna respond first.
Well, no, I feel like it's coordinated because that dude Ross, he responded in 2 hours. He knew, number one, that Weeknd said in his song that you got a leak in your camp. So they probably had already heard this or something. I don't know. But he they I feel like they had this planned out because Rick Ross came back right away.
Well, so you don't think Rick Ross really just sat down and wrote a rap real fast?
I do. 100% do.
It sounded like it because it wasn't that good.
I agree with that. It wasn't that good, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt and said, "Oh, he sat down and wrote a rap real fast." I didn't think it. Weeknd said he had a leak in his camp, but we know Drake's personal business be seemingly out there, so
right.
I thought that was the leak in his camp or whatever. Not necessarily this stuff that's in the Rick Ross diss.
Yeah, I'm not. I heard different theory. Of course, online there's 1,000 theories flying around.
Yeah.
But the first time that this came out, and then I sent it to y'all, or no, we posted it, and I was like, I think that's AI. And people were saying it had different part, which they did in the version that we heard. There are different parts where the song stopped, everything cut. So they're like, Drake gave different versions to different people to see who the leak was. I'm like, I don't think any of that matters because he did change the song after that first version. There's some lyrics that are different and everything. So I'm not sure if that's something or not, but I don't think that matters. Ross ain't really the I don't think Drake gonna release another diss song to Ross. I think
Hold
they're
on,
gonna
hold
do
on,
this
hold
stupid Instagram stuff.
on. So hold on. You going right into the next part. So
Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's
we
talk
got to
about the
talk about
Drake
Drake
diss
first.
first. So the Future album came out.
Yeah,
We talked
yeah.
about the little disses that he had on there, and then the Drake song Push Ups. Drop It, Give Me 50 came out first. It leaked. Yeah, like you said, and then it came out. What y'all think of this diss?
What you got?
First version, I was like, this is like it has to be out. It just sounded terrible. I guess, of course, it's not mixed and mastered, but he also went back and changed some lyrics. I like it. It's a good round one. It seems like Drake is just baiting Kendrick at this point. Keep calling him out on Instagram, keep posting his manager saying when we gonna go. So I like it for a jab to get the person out, see what they gonna do. Nice round one.
Yeah, I thought this was a really good diss to me. I mean, not not all time or something like that, but I thought this was a very effective diss. The things he says on this diss to me, I feel like he checked all the boxes. He responded to everything said in all the other disses to him, right? So I felt like this was a really effective diss. I see people out there calling it like not that good, or like saying it wasn't effective, but to me, he responded to everything said about him, and they made him the underdog. He has that 20 verse 1 line, which is, genius on his part, and now he's the underdog to me. Just strategically, I don't know. To me, he's winning on this for now.
Nah, yeah, man. I mean, come on, man. I thought I thought the Prince to a King bar was good. I thought the Metro shut your whole ass up and make some drums was funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other ones they had that was like some good ones in there. I thought there was, like I said, I thought these was cool. Not great. I don't care what Cole think, that shit was weak as fuck. That shit was weak. I mean,
How you big stepping with 5'7" men's on?
I mean, that's funny, but like,
man.
It was funny to me. I saw people hating on that. I thought that was a decent line. I mean, this
Yeah,
dude,
that
does
was
he
super
really
funny.
have that small a shoe? Is he really that tiny of a man? I never saw Kendrick live, so I don't know. But if he really is some 5 foot dude, then yeah, he kind of got to shut up. That's true.
So he said he being extorted. I mean, the whole hook is about him being extorted.
Yeah.
Dropping
Okay,
me
well, I mean,
50.
I can't speak to that.
That's to me those are good, all good lines to me. Top told you drop give me 50.
If he getting extorted, then that's good lines. I don't know how true that is, so I take it as what he's saying might have some truth to it. But I thought this was good. This a good first jab. He clearly wants Kendrick to come out. Didn't he say in the song? Stop holding that old. I know you got a diss that's waiting. Like, yeah, you had a song for years. Drop that shit and shut your mouth. Yeah. So if you got it, then I get what he's doing. I really don't have no hate for this. This was hey, I put my diss out. I responded right after your second album came out that was gonna have This Is For Me. And, it wasn't the greatest diss, but he had some solid bars in there, solid lines. Nothing, no haymakers, just little jabs.
To me, no haymakers. Definitely no haymakers. Imperial Sat said it ain't 20v1 because there's 20 people writing his rhymes. Okay, this allegation is
That's
never gonna. Drake is never gonna live it down. This whole ghostwriting thing. And I feel like that is the out that people are gonna give Kendrick, no matter what. Like, oh, he didn't write the disses even if he beats him. So I just feel like that's like we still gotta go by. Go ahead. No, I just said we still gotta assume he wrote it. Like, I just feel like it's silly to assume that somebody else is writing.
I don't know if people don't have to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, look at the stuff that people was writing. To me, a lot of times was more R&B stuff.
That's
And
all it
so,
was. It was always the poppy
I
track.
give
The
him some
single.
credit. I do want to give him some credit, but I mean, it's hard to say you the best when we heard the references, man. Um, so it's a little different. It's he's kind of in a gray zone. To me, he could win, but yeah, he's always gonna have the asterisk. There's nothing he can do about that. This is the reason why one of the main reasons why he's discredited. I just think some of these people's the angle that they're taking makes him the underdog, like you said. So when he comes out and puts a diss out and he addresses many of the people involved, I think that's well done by him. I
So
think that gets him points. I think that's going to get him credit long term on it.
agreed. So now Imperial Stats and also Born Gifted, they both saying this is weak diss.
These niggas is super haters in the chat. God damn.
I'm all for the hate. Yo, that's what we about. But my thing is, and I said this already before, I like Kendrick's music more than Drake's. So this is not because I hate Kendrick, but my thing is the diss, Kendrick's diss. So how are we scoring the rounds? Because I feel like that is versus this push-up song. Now I feel other people are saying there's other ways, but to me, Like That was the start of the beef. Okay, so we got to compare that to his push-ups. Is how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
And what did he say on Like That? That is better than the bars that Drake's saying on this. That people saying these are weak punches out of a Nerf gun and stuff like that. I don't see what Kendrick said that is beating what Drake said.
Yeah, I don't get that either because Kendrick ain't said nothing that matters. I mean, I'm not mad at it because it is round one. This is just dipping your toe in the water, like we finna get this started. But after that, for you to not be ready to respond is what's killing it for me. So I don't know. That's why I got Drake 1-0 right now. We'll see what happens. But the longer Kendrick waits to respond, I think there is a clock on him for that reason. To me.
The K9 Pet Cemetery bar was a great bar. The best bar on that Like That song. It's just not a diss, really, though. Like, I mean, it's a great bar. I just don't see...
Exactly.
Like,
this thing ain't killing none of Drake dog. Like, I mean, it's a good line. You didn't do anything. I mean, yeah, we know that you shot at Drake now. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Baldy?
I mean, I think this is all like, okay, you're right. I mean, I think that is a good line, but I also don't think that's like, it's not some kind of bar that's really a diss. It's okay. All the dogs get buried. Okay,
ain't no power punch either.
That's how I feel. I mean, I do feel like the stuff just because the way Kendrick say it is the reason why people take it as strong bars. Which is fine. I think Drake has bars. I thought the way Drake flipped that Michael Jackson line was well done since Kendrick said the Michael Jackson line and Like That.
Right. Yeah. Prince
I mean, I don't want to. I hate this because I hate being put in a position to be defending Drake. I'm really mad at people. The people I talk to are like, oh, and we'll get to this with Ross. They're like, they're cooking Drake. I'm like, where, when? I don't see it. And I'm mad because I'm like, oh, so now y'all gonna make me defend this dude, which I don't like to do.
That's exactly my point. They made him the underdog, and that's what I hate that too. I hate that too. And I really blame J. Cole for this because I would be all for if J. Cole was in this battle, rooting for him, but he backed out. So it's Drake versus everybody, and right now it's a bunch of lame people dissing Drake who I'm also not a big fan of. So it's like, to me it's whack rappers versus whack rappers so far until Kendrick says something, So I just feel like I mean I don't get it.
We're gonna talk about that Rick Ross stuff because while a lot of that is funny. This whole beef, my excitement has just greatly declined. Declined.
Yeah.
I'm mad at them for making me feel like we was about to get something great, and this would have turned into.
I don't know if it greatly declined because if Kendrick drop a track in the next couple hours, I'm gonna be listening to that shit all over again and analyzing, going to YouTube, see the reactions, just as hype. But I am upset that Kendrick was not ready to jump this off right away. I mean, really, realistically, music drops on Friday, so I'll give them till Friday before I really get upset. But I mean, dude, it seemed like what you want. Please don't disappear for 5 years again. Like, man, him and Cole dying on
He's
us
not.
within
He's
2 weeks
not just
will
gonna
be
drop a
sad.
song. He's not gonna drop a song without a project coming out. I'm
No,
surprised people
there's
think that
no
he's about
way.
to drop. Really? Y'all really expect that?
He
I don't think
has
I don't
to,
see.
dog.
Has he ever moved
I
like
don't
that?
think he's dropping a song right now. Yeah, I don't think he's dropping a song fast.
His next
Oh
song he
man,
drops will be like Heart Part 6, and that'll be the diss, and then an album will come out like that week or something. There's no way. I mean, look, I'll be shocked if he just drops a Lucy with the diss for Drake. Why? That don't make you no money. Ain't he the record label boss now or whatever? He went to his weird label. He got to get his cousin on, so he'll probably drop it on a Baby Keem album.
whatever. It need to come quick. Like if it lasts, like if it don't come out for 6 months or something until you put a project out, I really don't want to hear that shit. Like
Nah,
I
first
don't
of
want
all,
to
you
hear.
lying. You lying, and he'll come
No,
out in
I'm
like
not.
June, and you're gonna be listening to it, man.
So this is the thing.
June
All right,
is-
so hold on. This is the thing because I feel like we there's so many places to go here with this discussion, but people are talking about everyone's hyping it up. Oh, Kendrick's about to drop. Kendrick's about to drop, and
Every day.
every day, and then there was the AI stuff going on. To me, social
Yeah.
media is like over pushing this beef and making it like less fun to me. Like all the talking, all the AI, all of the stuff is just kind of draining the energy for me personally. I'd rather we
Yeah.
just
How y'all felt about Drake not really releasing the track? It's like it's leaking, then it's this, then it's that. Then it's not really up on DSPs, is it? At least it wasn't last
No,
I
it's
saw.
not.
It's not. No, so this is what
So-
Born Gifted said this in the chat. He said that he leaked it on purpose and then changed it after the reaction and then leaked again. I don't think all that is the case, man.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Somebody leaked the record.
Don't
I
take away
think
from it
his
to you?
choice. Like,
Okay,
I
okay.
just feel like
So you
people
don't-
got these crazy conspiracies. Somebody leaked people's stuff get leaked plenty of times in history. Okay, this
Lately?
record got leaked.
What's the last big record that got leaked?
Okay, but there's not been this much excitement for this stuff. He's been holding on to this record probably.
Leaks every year. What do you mean? Every year people are like, "Oh, look at this Drake verse leak." Like that happens all the time. And then people be like, "Oh yeah, I heard this verse on the leak that happened this summer." That happens every year.
Well, it must be Drake because I haven't heard that with other rappers. I
That's
don't
what
hear
the
leaks.
weekend said. You got leaks in your cab.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, I feel like every year they're like, "Oh, this new Drake leak is coming out," or "Oh, look at this song with Future," and this. I'm like, I don't
Apparently
ever listen to
everybody-
leaks.
Apparently, everybody low key works with Drake and hates him secretly. So
Exactly.
apparently, like, everybody that works for him is a yes man. That's like, "Oh, Drake, you the goat, man. Yo, man, you're
Yeah.
the best, man." And then they all hate him. They go in another room and laugh about him.
So
Like,
the reason why I feel like this is easily could have been leaked by anybody. I mean, Maul and Rory were talking about the push-ups thing. They alluded to they clearly had heard the diss before it ever dropped. I'm sure other people in the industry had heard this before it dropped. And
so
even
he's not
leaked
sending
it.
it to these people.
So,
Okay. That's
He
what
is
you're saying.
sending
He's
it to
saying
these
that
people.
He's sending it to these people, and then they could be leaking it. Not
Right,
necessarily
the-
just can't be.
rough draft. Anyone who had it could have leaked it. His references leak, like Imperial
Well,
said.
are those leaks, or that's from people that like literally they was working on the song and they decided they wanted to leak it. So again, more people that hate Drake low key, but sitting in the studio with him, working with him, they're like, "Yo, Drake, use this line, man," or "Hey, I wrote this for you, Drake."
But
I can't. I'm so happy to work with you. I can't wait to get this on the album.
But we've
They leak it
established
low
that
key.
a lot of people hate him. Clearly, a lot of people hate him. So to me, it's not unbelievable that somebody somewhere who got a hold of the
Okay.
record would leak it. And then once it's leaked,
All right, so let's talk about
once
Ross.
it's leaked, I feel what he did was okay. Now I gotta put it out.
Okay.
that's, to me, because it wasn't like it was a day later we got a new version. It was hours later.
hours. Mhm.
We got a new
Yeah.
version. They got it mixed, mastered.
Well, I mean, it
and
was
dropped
out. It was out because what I posted it from a link that somebody sent me, and then that got taken down. And I was like, okay. And then like an
But that
hour
was a
later,
different
somebody was
version.
like,
That's
here's
what
another one.
we're talking about. People,
Right.
okay, people saying that. Okay, this is the conspiracy theory that he leaked it as a test drive without all the verses, without all of the the stuff on it. He leaked it as a test drive, and then when people were dissing it, then he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna put out."
Let me get back in the studio in an hour and put it right back out. Like that shit is unbelievable.
I just don't believe that. That doesn't make sense to me. I feel like if people are objective, this just doesn't make sense. This conspiracy theory just doesn't make sense.
So let me ask you. So let's go to the Rick Ross thing because I got I got questions to ask y'all about how this whole thing is going. Like,
white boy.
but we gotta talk about if you want to keep in the chronological order, we gotta talk about this Rick Ross stuff, man. Because the Rick Ross song came out right after. I wanted to give him credit for the responding quickly.
I do give him credit for that.
I don't know if he had it ready to go. I don't know if he, because he had heard the leaks also, or somebody sent him the leak, and then he was like, "Okay, I got something for this," because he put it out like right away, the same day, maybe an hour after I heard the first version of it, or maybe just a couple hours later. So I was like, "Oh, props to Ross," but bruh, this is not good, man. This is not good.
Yeah, people saying he killing Drake, and I don't understand how you can say that Drake diss is like no bars, and then say this Rick Ross diss is killing Drake. It doesn't make sense to me. So
I'm just caught in a hype. I think like people are just excited that it came so quick. That's what they expected from Kendrick, like real quick type stuff. So they just gave that energy to Ross. My theory.
I've never been a huge Rick Ross fan. And I feel like this.
No, I can't stand Rick Ross. Is there a good bar on here or any good bars on here?
It's like Rick Ross.
White Boy? White Boy is his best bar. White Boy.
That's not a bar.
I know.
I don't think that's the best part either.
All the best disses he said it when he was talking at the outro. He couldn't think of anything to rhyme with White Boy. He couldn't think of anything to rhyme with BBL. He couldn't think of anything. This dude, that's what I'm saying. He rushed it, and he just couldn't think of anything to rhyme with the actual stuff he wanted to diss with. So he just talked about it at the end. Like, I think that's trash.
Which not even hard, dog. Ross flow is like, I feel like a lot of people could write, these types of raps. Like, he's not doing nothing complex, man. The dude, so he can't rhyme something with BBL. You know what I'm saying? Or I make more money than you. He can't say that in a diss. Your jet is from '78 or whatever. So all the stuff he couldn't rhyme white boy with something like. And then that is funny too, man. The calling him white boy over and over is funny. The cover is hilarious.
The cover is hilarious. His social media antics is funny. That stuff is funny, but it's not on the track. That shit
getting old now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It gets old.
I find both of their social media stuff is done now. Like, it shouldn't have been more than a day that they were going back and forth over social media. I think Drake is just gonna go back over social media. Yeah, but I don't think Drake gonna keep doing this, and I don't think he's gonna make a diss track to Ross anymore. So that's why he's satisfying it this way.
But how? I mean, my thing is, what's I talked to one of my friends today, and this dude was like, "Oh, Ross is cooking him." Yeah. Okay. To me, I don't give a shit. Y'all care about this? Grown men, Ross is like 50 years old. Y'all on Instagram and y'all counting points in a something that started in rap battle. Yeah. Y'all counting points on. Oh, you seen Ross dancing in his house? You seen him call him white boy 50 times? He said that dude is from '78, dog. Is that's hot to y'all? Like y'all with that?
I don't care about none of that shit. Both of them. I hate Drake.
So Imperial
Mansion
Stats,
on the water, like
Imperial Stats said that Baldy, you look like Rick Ross, so that's messed up. But then secondly, he said nobody mad at 50.
Look at that thumbnail, man. I ain't got titties like that, man. I ain't got no. Rick Ross gotta wear pasties on the beach, but he can't be exposing himself like that, man. They don't let you take your shirt off like that if you're in Orlando. You gotta go to Tampa side.
But Ross, I'm sorry, but he said nobody get mad at 50 when he do it. My thing is, I think it's lame with 50.
That's not true.
I think it's lame when 50 does it too.
Mm.
But 50 will have 58 diss records on the track. I think it's lame when Gibbs is doing a bunch of social media stuff. I don't care about the social media stuff.
All of that shit. Yeah.
Benny did that. That was a super whack beef. Gibbs and Benny decided we gonna go back and forth on social media. Gibbs had funnier jokes. The hairline one when he was like the barber coming, I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. Killed this dude. He had some other funny ones. And then Benny response was, "I'm gonna jump you while you sitting outside at a barbecue place with your girl."
Yeah,
like that was all they had. He didn't
started buying his mama chains and shit.
Neither one of them rap.
Just weird behavior. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You didn't want to rap, so that's trash. The same thing with this. What's so dope about social is social media? Like you get points for that. I don't like social media, so there go my hate. Y'all can see where I'm coming from. I don't understand why people be on this like this and enjoy this more than I just like hip hop. I love the hip hop. I like the rap beef. Like, are we gonna show our skills? Neither. I don't think Drake is ungettable, or Rick Ross is easy. I mean, I feel like Drake could easily out rap Rick Ross. So, but y'all got the energy to put screenshots of your mom text and. This shit and that shit. I don't know, man. I don't know how. I'm just old. I don't like that shit. So I don't know what to say.
This is why, to me, it's all affected. The stuff with what Drake said. Rick Ross turning 50, and and every song he made on the chart is from Drizzy. I feel like that's all like those bars hit to me because Rick Ross is looking desperate for attention. He wants Drake to respond to him so badly, and I don't think Drake will because he's gonna focus energy on Kendrick. Like Rick Ross.
Oh, he's doing good though, man. He's getting the attention. I don't think that's lacking. I think he's getting all of it. People love, like I said.
I mean, is he gonna get attention on his next album or something from this? I don't think so. I think.
Well, I don't know how long they're gonna carry it, but the dude getting attention. And like I said about this other person I talked to today, supposed hip hop head, told me how Ross is winning and he's cooking him and he's doing such a great job. And I was like, based on this social media stuff, he's like, have you seen his latest live? What the fuck do I care about his latest live? Like, what the hell does that mean to me? Did he rap on it? Did he rap on it or was he dancing in his house with his shirt off? Like, I don't want to watch that. You know what I'm saying? It's funny for like a second, dog. Like, I think it's funny, oh, you clowned this jet, you got a newer jet, that's cool. I got a job. You know what I mean? Like I don't what they do for me? Like that's not entertaining to me like that. And this is where we at with rap now. We got dudes sitting up here saying your jet is old, my jet, they gave you your jet. My jet I bought. Birdman ain't got no house, dog. Which I thought was funny. Birdman, buy him a mansion. Yeah. You like Rose, I bought all mine as a mansion. What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I just my thing is, like I said, to compare him to 50 Cent, 50 Cent would have had 3 diss tracks and done the social media stuff. And so I don't like the social media stuff from anybody, but it's not the same because 50 we know is willing to rap at anybody, any given time. He's proven it. This is Rick Ross. I mean. And then
I see what you're saying though about us. He always shows his liquor, so his promotion. Maybe is that making people go out and buy the liquor? Maybe I don't know. I can't speak to the liquor sales. He seems to be doing very well for himself, getting money. That's great. But again, how does that make me excited as a hip hop fan?
Yeah, it does make me. To me, it kills my excitement. Like I said, I want tracks. I want records. I'm tired of this social media age, man. We got rappers apologizing and we got rappers sitting, talking about their mansions and taking TikTok videos. It's lame. It's lame, dog. All of it is lame. So I just want Kendrick needs to respond, and then Drake needs to respond. Like
that's it. That's the only two people I want to hear. Imperial Stats keep talking about Ross. I don't give a fuck. Ross can't release nothing that's gonna be worth it because he doesn't have the lyrical ability like that. He can't make simple I love Ross's flow, but his rhymes ain't the most complex. So I don't want to hear Ross again. I don't think Drake is gonna respond to him unless he does another diss to Kendrick and he throw Ross like 1 or 2 bars. But Otherwise, it seems like Drake is only waiting for Kendrick. That's the only person he keep calling out constantly. That's who he wants to it, and that's it.
And this
Yeah, I
Ross
mean,
thing is
he's
the
only
distraction from the Kendrick thing. That's the part I hate about it the most.
Exactly.
It's a
nah.
distraction.
I'm not mad at Ross. Like to me, Ross is doing. I'm not mad at what he's doing. I'm just mad that it's not. People count that as like a hip hop win. That's more my thing. Like I don't really have an issue with him clowning Drake this way, because you said he can't rap with Drake. To me, you can say all these same disses in funny lines in a song, and it will count as bars.
Right.
Like saying the dude got a nose job. You put the picture up on social media, it does look like he got a nose job. Maybe he did. The thing about the abs, that was funny. 25% body fat, but you got a six pack. That's crazy. That's funny. I don't know. You could have said that in the line though. Right. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm down to give you credit. You don't have to be the best rapper to win the battle. LL beat Cannabis. Other people won battles by having a simpler delivery, right? Lupe didn't get super lyrical on Royce. He just beat him down. So, there's ways it can be done. It's funny, but it would be super funny if, to me, I would care about it more if it was actual raps.
Exactly.
People need to stop waiting. People got to stop waiting for Kendrick to come out. He's not coming out no time soon, dog. And I'll probably be wrong. Watch he drop tomorrow, but I don't see that he has the same. Like Drake can call him out all he wants. Why would he rush strategically? Why would he rush?
Because people gonna put the L on him after a while. It don't matter. It don't matter what he release. Bro, if it's eyes, for me, I'm putting the L on him after this Friday. I don't want it. I mean, I want it.
No, he got at least as long as Drake had. He got 2 weeks.
I just feel like you losing energy. You losing energy every week that goes by. Like, I think beefs are a big part of public perception as well, and you're just losing that the longer you wait.
But that's my.
Do you think that the everyman out here is thinking that same way?
Yes, I think majority of people are waiting for Kendrick to drop. If he does not drop, they will forget, unless Drake keeps updating the counter. But otherwise, I think people will forget and just be like, "Whatever, it's not happening." People attention span is short.
I think no matter what, people are gonna give the win to Kendrick because he's the favorite. And listen, look, even in our chat, we got a chat, and everyone in here is against Drake because Drake is deemed not hip hop because of whatever, because he's poppy, which is, again, he talked about Kendrick being on pop records too. That's why I feel like the things he said to Kendrick were all effective to me. That people want to, deny it, say somebody else wrote it, whatever. And that's what I'm saying. No matter what Drake says, to me, no matter what the substance of his disses, the quality of his disses will be, people will always, I think, give Kendrick the win. Kendrick just has to give something moderately good diss, and they'll give him the win.
Exactly why he should rush it. People want Drake to lose. I don't know.
So y'all really think that if this dude drop a diss record, that's a legit record on his next album, and it comes out in late July, y'all not gonna count it?
Late July ain't that far, but
it's far, man. You counting down days. I'm talking about in 3 months.
Oh wait, never mind. You said July. Yeah, no, never mind. July is far. Yeah,
I'm saying. July so people gonna say he lost. If he come out with a diss that's way better than anything Drake got, y'all gonna say that's a loss?
No,
he would have to say he would have to
say it's a win.
Nah, for me, he would have to throw out the haymakers right there. And if you're throwing out the haymakers in the second round, then I guess you don't expect it to go no further than that. So, I mean, if it's that good, then maybe. But it can't be.
Well, I don't know. What if his mid didn't come out then, and then Drake respond, and then he have a better response in like a week or something, and he wins that way? Would y'all say it didn't count then? Like, I don't think that he's not. I just don't see that he has some kind of thing where he has to rush. I don't. I would like if he came out with the diss, but to me, I'm kind of over this shit already.
Yeah, I'm over it. Well, to me, it's just gonna matter to me, but I don't think it'll matter. Like I said, it won't matter to the public. The public has already given him the win without every rap dropping a diss record. The public's giving him a win. Okay, that's it. I feel it is. So this leads to our next topic, which is what Lupe said about Drake and Kendrick, and I feel like this has been getting a lot of flack because Lupe said Drake is a better lyricist than Kendrick, and I feel like this is exactly what I'm talking about. People are upset by it because no matter what, they just want Kendrick, their favorite. People, Kendrick is their savior for so many people. They want him to be the best no matter what. And like anyone who says anything against him is hated. So what do y'all think about Lupe's statements about Drake being a better lyricist than Kendrick?
I mean, I like Drake way better than Kendrick. Kendrick not even in my top 3, top 5, top 10. I don't listen to this nigga at all, so I agree, I guess. I don't know.
All right, what about you, Baldy?
I'm biased.
I think it's true if Drake wrote the lyrics, but Lupe also just like can't stand Kendrick low key. Seem like.
See, people keep
And
saying
he tried to
that.
clean it up and make it palatable, but it seemed like he really just don't like this dude.
Why? See, people in the chat saying the same thing. I feel like that's a false narrative. I feel like that's a false narrative.
You think it's a false narrative? I think he don't like this dude. I think the dude, to me, it seemed like the dude be biting Lupe stuff. So if I was Lupe, I wouldn't like him either.
Well, Lupe called him out for that before, but my point is, Lupe said, I feel like I don't think it's hate. Like this is the reason I have we made this whole podcast. Is like, to me, I don't think it's hate to say your opinion, but people take it that way.
No, it's not hate. No, I don't think that's hate, but I think Lupe, just like I don't like Kendrick, I'm not a celebrity rapper who can't say it. I think he'd feel the same way and would say it if he didn't have to deal with all the industry BS that he had to deal with. So when he says he don't like Kendrick, then it's all of like his music or some of this stuff. I think it'd just be a big deal for him. So to say, yes, because he's not lyrically, I don't think Drake is lyrically great either, but I think that Kendrick is not lyrically great. So people take that however they want. I don't hear the complexity in rhymes that makes him a great lyricist. I don't hear the deep concepts and things like that would make him a great lyricist in other ways, if you want to put him those ways. I hear great flow, and the things he's saying, I generally agree with Kendrick. I mean, until the most recent album. Those would be where I think Kendrick is succeeding and his skill set lies. But, it's like, I don't understand why you think it's wrong to say that you think Lupe really just likes this dude low key, but he's just.
No, I think, so people clip out the part where he says he's Drake's a better lyricist. But Lupe said he thinks Kendrick's a better performer. He said he thinks he's a better technical rapper. He said he thinks he's a better conceptualist, makes better music, better albums. He said all this stuff that Kendrick's better at. And then he said he's just not a better lyricist. And Lupe has a very specific definition for lyricism, which is punchlines, entendres, metaphors, similes, that type of stuff, right? Which is something he does a lot of in his records, and Kendrick does not do much of. He likes that Drake will have these, whatever you want to call them, petty diss punchlines towards everybody all the time, whether they're subs or whatever. Those are bars in Lupe's mind, right? They are witty punchlines. Kendrick does not have witty punchlines regularly in his records. He has stories about, his auntie being a man.
Auntie is a man now.
Yeah, it's or about.
Dang.
Yeah,
Look,
I'm just saying that's his thing.
That's
is
not relatable.
Punchlines. His thing is just not punchlines. Now, it doesn't have to be that track. It could be even tracks that I like how much a dollar costs or something like that are good stories, but they're not a bunch of punchlines. And so I just feel like people are gonna say Lupe hates him, but he's talking about something very specific. And I don't think that's a lie. I think that's him telling his true opinion.
Hey man, if a dude bite me, I'm not gonna like this dude. Just like I don't like these other podcasts that been biting our podcasts. Dog, every time we post, every time we have a show, the next day I see another podcast doing the same exact topic, bro.
All right.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We do drafts. People doing drafts now.
Yeah, I did see some people doing drafts. I'm
like, yo. I'm like, dang, what is this? What happened, man? Where it coming from, man? So, I think that Lupe doesn't like the dude. I think he low key doesn't like him, and he's right about the lyricism thing. I also agree with the lyricism thing, but I mean, I stopped liking Kendrick a long time ago, or being a fan. You know, and a fan means you riding with the dude no matter what. You one of the people that's trying to defend mid steppers or whatever y'all call it. You know, that's a fan. You know, I think that I'm not a fan. I like his music, especially his earlier music. And maybe some of his guest spots, things like that. But I haven't really liked his stuff in a long time. I think Damn is overrated. So that, you know, that's fine. Oh, Matt, dude.
We're not saying those names.
If you look at the hip hop pods, you'll see these hip hop pods. They biting, huh? Every time we do a topic, man, I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think, man, I'll lose track of what we saying. What are we talking about? I don't think Lupe is lying here. I think he's telling the truth. I agree with his statement. I would say Kendrick doesn't have bars. I just don't think he has punchlines. I don't think this is what I be talking about. I do think Lupe's definition of lyricism is a little too narrow. Because
it's stupid. He listed all these battle rappers. These battle rappers, first of all, they can't make a song. A lot of them are very boring. And a lot of their punchlines is not as good as they say it, but I mean, especially different battle rap, you watch it, the delivery is a big deal, and that matters a lot.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and he talked about that. He talked about that when he was because A Verb wanted to battle him or whatever, you know. So he talked about that. But for the people in the chat saying, keep going back to the Ghost Rider thing. Are there any reference tracks for any of those time-step Drake songs?
No.
Any of the songs where he's actually barring up a track? There's the reference songs for songs like Legend, where it's just a hook, you know. But are there reference for actual bars?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah,
none of the songs where people say he barring up the track is there a reference track, and this thing got leaked.
If you got bars and you such a good writer, why are you getting Yachty to write you a song? Can you explain that to me? That don't make no sense to me. Nah, Yachty has fans. I'm sure he has fans. But why is Drake getting a song from Yachty?
Because he wants a hit?
What hits Yachty got?
What are you talking about? Yachty's wrote a lot of big hits.
Oh, he has?
Yes.
Like what?
He wrote for the City Girls that one song that went crazy. Act Up. You could get
the song for the City Girls?
Yeah. Everybody was calling him for that.
Up for the City Girls?
Yep.
I did not know that. Okay.
That's why he was in the video.
That's a very active song where they're rapping. That's why I'm surprised that he wrote that, because his music is like, meh.
No, ghostwriting is not acceptable. I'm not defending ghostwriting. Y'all not. Please don't get it wrong. I'm not defending ghostwriting.
I am.
Ghostwriting is lame. I think Drake. I've said this before. I'm not a Drake fan. This is all I'm saying is we're acting like he can't write anything. Like he didn't make mixtapes before he was big. Like he never rapped before. Like I think it's lame that people do ghostwriting now. But do we have the same energy towards Kanye West or towards many other rappers?
That's not the same.
Why is it not? Why is it not? There's plenty of people who say Kanye is the GOAT.
GOAT rapper or GOAT overall musician?
Well, that's
different stuff. Nah, because if you want to say that, like I said, Dr. Dre always had ghostwriters. People always been ghost writing in hip hop. It's not ghostwriters when you say it, right?
But if Dr. Dre was in a beef, when Dr. Dre's in a beef, this is somebody. People don't say, that this record doesn't matter because 20 people wrote for you. That's not what people say.
But nobody counts his disses as some kind of great disses, and we know like different people wrote those at different times.
No,
so Dr. Dre, is he getting credits for winning battles?
No. But neither is
So
Drake.
my question is: are we discounting Drake from when? Is it everything? Is it always? Did he
That's
beat
what it
Meek?
seems like.
Did he not beat Meek? Did he beat Common? Did
That's
he
what
not?
these haters in the chat are saying.
Who wrote those records? Like, I don't have a problem with it because I don't like Drake, so it's easy for me to discount him. But my thing is, if the dude did it, we gotta give him credit for it. And Kanye never hit his writers. Drake not hiding all his writers, man. Like, didn't Weekend write like Have to Take Care or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't follow Drake enough to care. I only care about this.
I don't.
This battle and the way that everyone's discounting anything Drake does because of a previous battle that he won. Did he beat Meek or not? Meek revealed that he's got ghostwriters, but then everyone still said Drake won because he came back. Did the back-to-back. He did Charged Up, then back-to-back. It got him out of here, and Meek Mill didn't have a response. Like, even though he proved that he was using ghostwriters, I wonder what the people in the chat will say. Did Meek win that battle?
Who's right? Yeah, I mean, just who's writing? Did somebody write this "Drop It, Give Me 50" thing? Like, who wrote it? I mean, who's the people?
That's what I'm saying. It's like every track leaked from Drake, but now when the Rappity Rap records, they ain't got no reference for that, but they still don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, Metro leaked the song. What he leaked the Yachty one or whatever? Is that the one?
The Jumbotron shit popping, yeah.
Yeah,
great song, by the way.
That song's trash.
And that shit sounded ass when Yachty did it. Drake made that shit fire.
No, it's bad both ways. Yeah, it's trash.
No, it's a fire song.
If you say so, Doug. But I don't get the whole discount. Like, people choose when they want. Look, this is the main thing. That's what it comes down to. People don't like Drake now. Right. Everybody decided to switch their stuff up, and now they don't like Drake. Where y'all was at 3 months ago when he was dropping his last whack record? When people was acting like shit was fire. Well, I don't understand. Now, I mean, look, I don't like Drake, but now y'all don't like Drake? What just happened?
I mean, people were saying For All the Dogs was trash. People been saying For All the Dogs was trash. Honestly, Nevermind was trash. People been saying that. That's
people ride every Drake record
on here. Other people been saying it.
People ride every Drake record, man. When all his records come out, they act like they're hot. They act like it's dope.
They are. Honestly, Nevermind is higher.
So who's bumping these records? A lot of these people who say, they can't wait to see, they're laughing at everything Ross say, they bump Drake records. They just down for the gossip, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like the people who listen to Ross listen to Drake. That's a fact. That's a fact. And let's not be let's don't get it twisted. 50 Cent also proved Ross is a fraud. Okay, so I don't have respect for either one of these dudes. Like, I don't like either of them. But people are only talking about how they don't like Drake, and that's what I don't understand. It's not objective hate to me. I want objective hate. Let's bring back fair hatred for all right? We gotta. This is what this country was built on. All right.
You're here. Nah, look, I was talking to one of my friends, and the dude said, "Why?" No, he was saying, I was like, "Yo, Ross did all these songs with Drake. How many songs they got together? 15 songs or something like that?
Maybe more.
The whole time, you hated this dude. He was just hanging around. He's a white boy in the park, want to be down, but you was cool with it the whole time because you was getting paid. That's how you got money.
Right.
Now you mad after you rich. Now, you didn't do it when you wasn't rich. You didn't have a new jet then. You was down to get with Drake songs. So now he's white boy and he's all this trash. You was hanging with him. You was on the podcast saying he's so great. He's in the 99% or whatever, like you was talking about. That's so weird to me to be like, oh, well, I couldn't stand him. I hated him for so long. And like I said, the guy was like, oh, it's been 3 years since they released a song. What about 15 years? I just had trouble with the whole thing, man. It seemed like y'all just switched it up. Y'all just decided it's Drake deciding to hate on Drake because Dot's back. And Dot's going to save y'all from Drake and what? Give you the trash that Drake's been giving you every year?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, like I said, man, I just think that Drake has effectively become the underdog in this situation. He definitely lost the Push. I mean, for the people in the chat who said that, yeah, he got washed by Push. I'm not excusing that. I'm not making any excuses for Drake. All right, not a Drake fan, but this beef is not those beefs. So this beef is new ground, new start. And right now, I would say Drake's up. Drake's up. That's my final say on it. What's your say, Baldy? Who's up for you?
I gotta say Drake is up, but he's losing and he's up. So he's up in the rapping. I think Ross is cooking him on the social media stuff. If you following that, I mean, I think Ross has a lot of funny stuff. I think it's really silly, but I think a lot of people follow that. I think people opinion is based on that. I think the gossip works more than. I mean, this is why Pusha was so smart with the chess. The way he did it was he hit you with gossip in the bars. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So when you hear the song, you're like, oh, I didn't know he had a child. People was like, oh my God. That's different than what Ross did. Ross had I'm the boss. I got more money than you. Then he was like, you ever bought a Chevy, white boy? Yeah, white boy? What you know about that? I'm like, all right. I mean, look, it's funny. If that's what you into, like I said, I'm not monitoring that every day. Happens, I check it, but I'm over looking at the social media posts every few hours when there's another post of this dude outside pointing at the small mansion or the one Birdman got foreclosed on or whatever. Like, okay, that's way something that I'm just really not into.
So, then I want to go back to the Lupe discussion, man, because Lupe got on Coachella stage and he said that he's not afraid to rap with anybody. He'd anybody wants to smoke, he's cooking them, right? And I wish, man, that somebody would take him up on his offer. That would be great to see. I feel like the sad thing to me is that a lot of actually great rappers who would show up for a battle have not been challenged or have not been taken up on these offers. And then hip hop's left with these whack rappers, apologizers. Kendrick, is just be disappearing forever, and Drake is a social media, I don't know, clown. I don't know. So I just feel like
Drake.
I wish somebody would take
congratulations
up on his offer.
Congratulations, Drake.
Man.
You're number one after Cole left. You are number one. Cole had that spot for a minute from you, but you back at it again.
We missed our chance, man. I was so hyped, so excited about this whole thing, but this shit is a big time letdown right now, man.
It's your favorite rapper, Cole, dog. Your favorite rapper, dog. Let us down.
Lupe versus Kendrick would be something to see. I 100% agree.
Why?
No,
won't be nothing to see.
I don't want to hear nothing from Kendrick. This nigga release music every 5 years. I'm good, bro. I don't want to hear that shit at all. He should stop.
So,
mid-stepping ass.
Y'all. So I mean, the people in the chat seem to think. Or a lot of people online seem to think. What are y'all definition of lyricism? Because a lot of people were upset with Lupe challenging the fact that Kendrick is a lyricist. What are y'all definitions of lyricism? I want to Lupe does this academically, teaches about rap. So when Leroy Green was on our podcast before, I asked him about the Pendulum Academy. I asked him what his definition for lyricism was, because to me, our culture does not have a consistent definition, and that means when I say, "Oh, this person's lyrical," and you say this person's lyrical, we could be talking about two completely different things. The word doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Without a definition. So what's your definition of it?
Go ahead, Baldy. I don't know what to say for this. This is our biannual talk about what does lyricism mean to us.
Hey, we got new followers though. Those people don't see that.
All right, so I mean, you talking about people that's using different skills. That could be literary devices. That could be different cadences, flows, techniques. punchlines, comedy, all of that could be lyrical. Depends on the situation.
Okay, so all right, so punchlines, comedy. Yeah, it's interesting. I think. See, Lupe had a very, very narrow view. He said he doesn't put storytelling as lyricism. Okay. You said he talked about in his lectures he talks about surprise. That lecture that's public, he talks about surprise, and he talks about storytelling, and he says surprise is important in a story. He's not talking about lyricism, man. So I've seen the same lectures, but he said that Kendrick is a good storyteller. He used Kendrick's stories in his lecture as an example. So that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about punchlines. So
you sitting around watching the Lupe lecture on.
Like I was saying, you love this shit way more than me. I ain't never watching no nigga lecture me about hip hop. That's crazy.
I don't watch the discussion. I just don't want to hear Lupe tell me about it, man. Drop some music, man.
He drops music all the time. What are you talking about?
What do you mean all the time? He had a couple Lucy's. I like that LLC. And he had a new one, right?
Yeah. He dropped a new one
I heard
like yesterday or today, maybe.
Yeah. I heard it. I wanted to listen to it again, but yeah, man. But I don't want to hear no lecture from him though either. I'm waiting for him to rap some more, man. I listened to that thing when he was in the what was it, Twitter Spaces or whatever, talking.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting enough. But I'm ready for the new music or shut up.
The people saying he got an album on. He said it in Coachella as well. His new album's coming out in the summer. Great. He said it.
Great.
So
great. Maybe he'll have some disses on.
All right, he came out just last year, or not last year, but year before. So how often you want him to drop? I mean, he's dropping fairly consistently.
Every year? Why not? Why not 4 times a year? He writing with
he dropped tons of Lucy's last year. He dropped tons of Lucy's last year. With him.
That's ghostwriting.
He got questionable pen. Yep, he got questionable pen. He got the AI.
He used the chat GPT. Nah, fuck that.
His AI better than everybody else's AI did. That's one thing for sure. I don't know why these AI disses that we hear from Kendrick and from Drake, those suck. But
what y'all thought about the one that sounded kind of legit? That Kendrick one, that Kendrick response.
It sucks.
That shit sounded kind of legit.
No, that shit sucked.
I thought that might be him, dog. I was like, did he really release it? Because I thought it was.
I'm saying the song sucked.
Yeah.
Oh well, like I said, I didn't think it was the greatest thing, but I was like, damn, this AI sound like this sound like it could have been him. If they had released that and they said that really was him, I'd have believed it.
Oh man, I would have been cooking this nigga on a podcast.
You hoping and wishing your man Drizzy come through and don't bail on you again and leave you hanging. Cause when you on a bad streak, bro. You the one the people you pick, who you anoint.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh yeah, you forgot you was a J. Cole stan. You forgot about that.
I don't remember that part of my life. Okay. I don't remember that. I ain't been listening to music actually.
3 episodes
I just came back to this.
All right, people dropping some good definitions in the chat. So Born Gifted said lyricism has many different meanings. Example, just rhyming meaningless words together with no substance, like Eminem, is just flow, but not real lyricism. Just fancy, meaningless wordplay. That's kind of how I think of Cannabis. I've never really thought of him as great of a.
Oh man, go listen to that Poet Laureate or something, man. Cannabis got nice songs, dog. I like some Cannabis songs. I'm not gonna sit up here and say he the worst dude ever.
No, I didn't say worst. I didn't say worst dude ever. Those are my words. I just said I've never been a big fan of him. All right. Brian said I think there are different elements to lyricism. Elements like how many syllables you can rhyme, complex rhyme schemes, metaphors. But then there's also how well the lyrics connect. Lyrics that make you feel something, regardless of the wordplay or rhyme scheme. And then Imperial Seth said, by that definition, Nas is a lyricist. Nas does not have many punchlines. I think that is true. We're going to talk about Illmatic later on. And there's not a lot of punchlines on Illmatic, even though we all love the album. So Brian said Tupac is an amazing lyricist in terms of having lyrics that connect, make you feel something. So what do y'all think? Because this is part of the definition of lyricism I don't agree with. Because people say this about Kendrick. His words are deep, or the content.
They're not deep. Why do people act like Kendrick is super deep? It's not. I don't like to get in this bag, man. I hate to hate on him, but yeah, man, this dude ain't deep like that. Like, what are we talking about, man? I don't, you know, whatever, man. He remind me of dudes that you meet like in like a certain type of places, bro. Start telling you like all this different stuff, and it sounds super smart, and then it's not really like that. Like it just sound good, and people be like, yeah, man, you know.
Yeah. I agree. I feel that way too. But people agree or connect with his content. Okay, so a point is it makes people feel some kind of way. So
he's not Scarface, man. Like, what are we talking about, man?
But look,
maybe it's not for me.
I don't consider Scarface a lyricist either, though. Because to me, that I don't think of deep as or emotional connecting music as lyrical. I just think they should be in separate boxes. Like, you know, they should be in separate boxes. When we talking about something that is you know, mind you know, or like you know, intellectual versus emotional, I think those should be separate boxes, in my opinion. You know,
he might be speaking to people that's heavy into therapy, man. Heavy into therapy. I mean, look, I don't know. How do you get heavy into therapy? Like you go every other day or something? You got your therapist on. You texting your therapist all the time? I don't know. I don't know how you get heavy into that. Like it seems like something you go to that's cool, and then you go home. Like you can't be like that's my hobby. I go to therapy every day.
Drop and give me 50.
So, to me, I think you know, when I think of lyricism, I think of the rhyme schemes. I think of the wordplay, the bars, the punchlines, the metaphors, all of that. To me, I think it's not. I don't have as narrow of a view as Nas, but I do think punchlines are important for a lyricist. I do think that. I agree with him in that sense. So I just think what Kendrick does is a lot of storytelling, and I think that's a separate box. I just think that should be a separate, you know, thing. You know what I mean?
All right, man. It's a lot of time spent on BBL, Drizzy, and related.
No, there's a lot of time spent on some fucking lyricism. Fuck all of that. Let's go, nigga. Come on now.
That's funny, B-Dog.
You lost our one woman listener. God damn it.
Yeah. We had one woman actually looked at the show. Damn, that's crazy.
All right. Man, Mad Max, we just talked about that drop and give me 50. We all think Drake's up, but Chat did not agree. Chat, you came in late, man, because the chat is all hating on Drake right now. So let's move on though, man. We wanted to talk about well, I wanted to ask y'all this. B-Dog, I want to ask you this real quick. Does the new events, after hearing, you know, Drake's diss track, after seeing him and Ross go back and forth, does it change your opinions on Cole's apology? Because I see some people out there on the internet now.
Oh, I didn't want to talk
J.
about
Cole
this.
apologist, saying J. Cole was right to apologize. What you think, B-Dog?
Oh, it's getting personal. I see why he backed out. He didn't want to get this personal. I don't care about none. You should have knew that before he threw the first shot. If that's how you felt, then you should have checked the temperature before you stepped outside. Now you walked out there. Now you want to talk about, I'm sorry, I got to go back inside. I don't want to hear that shit. Still fuck J. Cole on this side. Still ain't listening to none of that nigga music. Hey, Skip.
Thank you, man. You speaking sense, man, because I don't understand. See, that's what it is, bro. People's fans. They just want to get back to their friend. They want to go back to their number one guy. But this guy folded, man. They got him called J Fold now. He can't not, you know, he had to hold that. I don't care what they said personal. You knew this was rap beef. Everybody getting called they you know, out their name, out their gender, sex, all kinds of names. Look at the stuff that people saying in '92 and what they were saying about Eazy-E. on Dre Day talking about put the little boy down. We got you. Like I was like, what the heck? You know, dude singing all kinds of songs talking about with my nuts on your tonsils. Like, come on, dog. Like that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
So you knew this was about to get disrespectful. It's rap beef. We all heard no Vaseline and stuff. Like,
I do think now. This I'm not giving J. Cole no bail, but I do think.
Oh, here we go.
I said this on when we talked about it in the diss. I said it when we talked about it originally last week. I don't think he knew that the people actually
just like a little golf clap.
I think he was. So I read a Boss interview that popped up in my article when he was at Dreamville Fest, and they asked him about the beef. Right? They were like, "What you think of?" And this is before J. Cole even apologized. They were like, "What you think of the beef?" And Boss, in the interview, laughed and said, "There's no beef. It's not a beef. This is not beef." And I think J. Cole didn't think it was beef. I just think that they had a whole other view of it. I'm just saying. I'm not
That's stupid. Like Drake said on his record. That record that you did on their album was not the start of this. This shit been cooking for a long time. So what did you expect? Everybody in industry has been talking about Drake and K-Dot been throwing subs. I never personally got it because I didn't dive that deep into the music. I don't like believing speculation like that. But you in the industry, you could have asked this nigga. You was just with him. Like, you had all the tools available to get the knowledge that you needed before you stepped out there. And you still went outside. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Listen, I agree with everything you just said, which is
not yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Nothing happened that showed you, even if you were gonna say, "Oh, it got too personal." What happened that showed you that? Like, did somebody's wife get dragged or something? Like Donald Trump did more personal in speeches for other politicians.
Drake did talk about Kendrick's wife. Drake did talk about Kendrick's wife.
Yeah. What did he say about his wife?
He said he with the bodyguard like Whitney. That's all.
That's not the same. That's not your wife is.
If it's true, it is.
She's a 7.
If it's true, it is.
I think she's a 7. Like
no, if it's true, it is big.
What he told Trump told one of them dudes, your wife is a tragedy. Like, come on, man.
Politicians got more more beef than J. Cole's willing to handle. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Yes.
Yeah,
that's right.
Republicans be getting trashed by Trump worse than J. Cole would deal with in the battle. He would have bowed out the battle. He'd have been like a Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, this dude Trump said his dad killed JFK. and he stood up there and took it. Then the dude said something about his wife, and he was like, "Don't you ever talk about my wife." And then the dude won, and then he was like, "Oh, Trump's the greatest president I've ever seen, man. I can't wait to hold his hands." Like, I mean, just love the dude. So it's like, dog, that's what J. Cole couldn't deal with that. He'd fold like what's his face, like Ted Cruz or somebody.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. All right. So then we want to go ahead and talk about Illmatic, right? Turning 30. It's gonna turn 30 on Friday, right? And so we had this idea to the chat. Everybody, and nobody's giving Cole any slack. I'm with the chat. We're all on the same page. Yeah.
Not on this show. You got to go to a different show for that shit. Yeah. Not over here.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to Illmatic then, man. So Illmatic's turning 30. We wanted to talk about just our favorite songs on Illmatic. We wanted to rank the 9 tracks on Illmatic. Matter of fact, since it's turning 30, and yeah, we know. For me, this is the greatest album of all time. I know, sometimes I be talking to people in the comments, and they be like, "Oh, they like, I don't know, some people said The Infamous better or something like that." But to me, Illmatic is the greatest album of all time. Baldy, what you think of Illmatic?
Yeah, I love Illmatic. I would say it's the best album. I mean, it's one of my favorites too, but I would say it's one of the best albums.
All right, so then let's jump into our list, and you ranked them 1 to 9. Everyone got ranked 1 to 9.
I think so.
All right.
Let's do it, dude.
Okay, so let's just run through them. My number 1 is New York State of Mind. That's to me the best song on Illmatic. What y'all got?
I think that has to be number 1. Honestly, personally, I don't see how it could be anything else.
Man, I vacillate. So I think I had it number 2 when I wrote this list earlier with Life's a Bitch number 1.
Okay, you gonna hate my list then. Okay, see,
I'm about to say you're gonna hate mine because that's at the bottom of mine.
I mean, look, I think that's what this album is. I think it's different for everybody. I think it's got something for everybody. So yeah, I mean, y'all not gonna like mine either.
So this is we speak to this. I figure we all have different lists, and this will be the fun of it because the great thing about Illmatic, why it's the greatest, is to me, even the 9th best song on here is a great song. Every song is great to me. There's no bad song. There's no mid song. Every song is great. So, but I love New York State of Mind the most. I just think Nas's storytelling abilities. When we talk about different talents of rappers, I just feel like Nas can say, he makes me really picture like the things he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like I can really vividly see it. And I love New York State of Mind, just, the whole motif, having dreams that I'm a gangster, and everything. I love, the shootouts with cops and all that stuff, just the imagery of all of that, in the story. And then the beat on New York State of Mind is amazing. It's one of the best beats ever to me.
Agreed. All right, so what you got?
That's what New York sound like to me.
That's
right.
This
is what it used to sound like.
What New York sound like. Yeah, now it sounds like 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj. Yeah.
So It Ain't Hard to Tell is my number 2. My number 2 song. It Ain't Hard to Tell.
I got New York State of Mind number 2.
I'm making this a list real quick. What song did you say? I'm sorry. What song? What?
I love the bars on It Ain't Hard to Tell. It's definitely my second favorite. I see a lot of people saying Represent is the best song. Ooh, okay. We're gonna see where it's at on our list.
Nah, for me, I'm sorry, the hit worked on me, but The World Is Yours is, that's up there for me.
I think that's an amazing song. I'm not mad at The World Is. I see a lot of people say that's the best song. But yeah,
let's see.
So people quote Kendrick bars in the chat. All right, It Ain't Hard to Tell is Imperial Stats number 2 as well. All right, yeah, I love like all the verses on this. I could quote. So number 3 is One Love. One Love to me.
One Love is my third one also.
Oh, okay, all right. One Love, I love. Just again the theme and just that first verse.
The last verse, man. No, the last verse, man. Then I rose, wiping my blunts, ash from my clothes, and froze only to blow the earth smoke through my nose. Nah, I love that song, man.
No, that's true. The last verse is great too, but I love the the whole letter of the first 2 verses, both verses on it. I like the I feel like it really sounded like convincing as a letter to me. Like even how he switches topics, the whole time. I think it's masterfully done. So, but yeah. What you got?
I went with Ain't Hard to Tell there for me.
Ain't Hard to Tell? Yeah. I love that Michael Jackson sample. It's so
One
good.
Love is good though too. That's a very I like to just sing that song randomly sometimes. That'd be number 4 for me.
Okay, so that's your number 4. My number 4 is World Is Yours. What you got, Baldy?
And mine is It Ain't Hard to Tell.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we got a lot of the same songs up at the top, except we haven't, B Dog and I haven't said Life's a B yet. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see what we got there. Number 5 for me is Represent. I saw some people putting this number 1. Represent is amazing song, so I'm not mad at if you put it at number 1. What you got number 5?
Represent my number 5 also.
Okay.
Represent.
B Dog.
Yeah, I'll go with that as number 5 for me as well.
All right. And then 6 to me, I'm just gonna go through the rest of them real quick. My number 6 is Halftime. My number 7 is Memory Lane. My number 8 is Life's a B. And 9 is One Time for Your Mind.
All right. My 6 is The World Is Yours. And then what I got left? Halftime, then Memory Lane, then One Time for Your Mind. So One Time for Your Mind is the worst one on it. What'd you think? Beat up? The worst.
Hold on, give me a second. I'm trying to write all of this down while y'all saying it, but my bad. So you have One Time for Your Mind last?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it's clearly the worst song on there. I mean, it's not not it is a bad song, but it should be everyone's last. Yeah. I think the interesting is that I got number 8 is Life's a B, and I see Imperial Stats said it's number 3. You had it as number 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's crazy. To me, I'd rather listen. I mean, this might be crazy, but I'd rather listen to the Gap Band version of the song than listen to Life's a B half the time. Every time I hear the beat, come on, I just think of the original song.
Yeah. That's number 8 for me for sure.
Yeah, that's different than me.
I don't feel that way for any of the other samples, but Life's a Beat specifically, because the beat is slow, and I just start singing on it, and I don't like even though all their verses are great on it. I mean, AZ's verse is great.
Verse is like a top 10 verse ever or something. I don't know, man. It's one of the best verses of all time in my opinion. So anytime I hear that, it's up there.
That's funny that you said the sample because I've been listening to 80s or I guess that is 80s, 70s R&B a lot recently, and I've been hearing that song a lot, of course. So when I never noticed it was a sample until today, and I was like, yeah, I think the original song is better than this one.
Listen, you could say the verses on that song are amazing. They are, but you can't front on "Yearning for Your Love" is an amazing song originally. So
yes.
It's
yeah, but I mean that's the same thing with "It Ain't Hard to Tell," and I'm so I don't instantly think. I do think of Michael Jackson, but I also like the other song.
But to me, the difference is that it ain't hard to tell when I think of that Michael Jackson song. I just think of that part, and it just to me they just take almost the best part of the song and just play it as the beat, and now they got verses on it. Like I don't feel that same way with the Life's a Beat sample. I feel like I'm trying to sing the best parts of the of the song. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm missing the best parts of the song. That makes sense. Outstanding is an amazing song too. Gap Band got hits now. Come on now. We can talk about
we could do 80s R&B for sure.
All right. So that's it for that. Nas. Great, man. Great.
All right. AZ verse alone, fire. Everyone saying, yeah. Everyone signed AZ off that verse. Yes, it's an amazing verse. Do you think it's the best feature verse of all time?
No, because I think Nas on Purple Tape is better.
Okay. All right. Verbal Intercourse better. Any others you can think of that match up to that AZ feature off the top of your head?
Any other verses on that? I don't know, man. That's hard, man. They got a lot of songs with some great verses. I don't know. Guest spot verses. I thought we was gonna do a guest spot draft another time.
We'll do a guest spot draft another time. We got
better than AZ on that. Yeah, I don't know if we got any. I don't know if there's any better than that though. Not too many better than that.
Okay. All right. So let's move on, man. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. So, since we were talking about lyricism, because everyone talked about because a lot of the people in we know one of our top videos is the vocabulary thing with Kendrick. Proof Kendrick's not a great lyricist. But to me, so many of these verses that people say are the greatest of all time, that AZ verse, stuff like that, a lot of the things that people, that attracted to it is the vocabulary, all the rhyme schemes on that track and stuff like that. And so to me, that's why it's always odd to me when people say like that stuff doesn't matter for lyricism, because we'll point out those type of verses as the greatest of all time. But then when we say somebody lacks that kind of verse, we'll say, oh, that doesn't matter for a lyricist. And I always find that odd. That makes sense. So just my 2 cents on that. But last topic for today, man, is we want to talk about Rico Wade, man. Rest in peace. One of the members of Organized Noize. Definitely made so much classic music throughout his career, and unfortunately he passed away this week, man. And so we wanted to do our draft. We do a draft every week. We were doing it before anybody else was, but we're gonna do a draft, and we're gonna draft the best Organized Noize tracks, our favorite Organized Noize tracks. All right. So,
all right.
Go ahead. But B-Dog always goes first on these. I got I'm ready to win this one. So, in the chat, remember, like and subscribe, man, if y'all enjoy these drafts, and then let us know in the comments who wins this draft. All right.
All right, give me 1 second. Alrighty. All right, I get to go first. Nice. I forgot that I went first. Hold on. I'm gonna go with Outkast song. What is it? B-Bell? I can't think of the name of it.
Jazzy Bell, you talking about?
Missing. No.
You're not ready, man. You're not ready. First pick of the draft. You're not ready.
I was making the chart, dude. Hold on. We transitioning too fast for my fingers, though.
Oh, my bad. Oh, you making a chart for our draft? Okay,
yeah, I'm trying to keep up with it.
Y'all listen. Y'all said y'all were tired of talking about lyricism. Y'all wanted me to move on.
The second one would probably be the Purple Tape, man. I probably have to pick Purple Tape. Or you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I'm biased. It's Dark and Hell is Hot is one of my favorite albums too. It might be my second or third favorite album ever.
Okay, Purple Tape. I would put Dark as Hell is Hot over the Purple Tape to me personally as well, but it'd be close. It takes.
I know what I meant.
Born Gifted said 80s R&B is his lane too, man. We can we might have to do a draft on our best 80s R&B one day. Baldy, listen, how you the oldest one and you got the most hate for the old music?
No, so the 80s ain't the top. That's why. And I don't want to talk about R&B either.
What's better than that?
What's better than the 80s?
Y'all can talk about R&B. Look, I sit here and
no, just go ahead.
What's better than the 80s? Though? I just want to know what's better than the 80s.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the 80s? It's not.
Tell us your best era of it.
Nah, 80s is the best, dog. 80s is the best.
Okay, I mean, look, we could do a comparison one day, man. We could do a comparison one day.
All right.
When there's less rap beef to talk about, white boy.
If if that's how you felt, then don't have the dude on your track all the time saying the N-word and stuff like that, man. Like I don't know, I just feel like that's silly.
It's so weird, man. There's a lot of weird shit going on, man.
It's weird. It's just weird. I don't know. I don't know.
That's all these dudes, man. Like I said, they hate this guy. They get a track with him, make sure that shit go on the radio, and then they'd be like, "Oh man, can't believe I had to work with this clown. I hate him." When they talk to their buddies, like,
It's fake.
silly,
It's fake.
silly.
All right, B Dog, you ready?
Everybody but Ross.
You ready?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right.
Let's go.
I was talking about skewed on a Barbie. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Skewed on the
All
Barbie.
right, cool.
Okay, number one pick.
That's a
Okay.
great one. That's a great one.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Outkast track as well. I'm gonna take So Fresh So Clean.
Okay, that's a great one. That's a great one. I'm gonna go with my probably. I guess I don't know if it's my first time hearing them, but one of my personal favorites, TLC. What about your friends? What about your friends, man? Love that song.
Okay. All right. Number one pick in the draft. You just hating on R&B, and now you go number one to pick R&B.
TLC is different. No, I was hating on 80s R&B. But go ahead.
All right. You got second pick.
Oh, I saw the
That's
second
it.
round too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so then I'll go with Cell Therapy.
Okay. I'm gonna go TLC Waterfalls. Waterfalls. All right.
All right. I'm gonna go. I guess it's all Southern music, but I'm gonna go UGK Belts to Match.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay.
I didn't know they did that one.
I'm gonna go. All right. It's back. No, you get twice. You go twice, B Dog.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get some good ones off that I think y'all are gonna go for before they don't come back to me. Oh man, I remember listening to this song so much with you. I'm gonna just go. All right. Feel Your Sorrows, Big Boy.
Oh, I didn't think that was gonna get
For Your
drafted so early.
Sorrows.
I'm a big fan of that song. I thought I was gonna get Big Boy late round. Late round draft pick.
Yeah, I remember listening to that a lot.
All right. Let's see. Okay. That kind of all right. I love that song. So I'm gonna go with Get Up, Get Out. My third pick of the draft. Get Up, Get Out. CeeLo's verse, classic. One of my favorite Outkast songs.
All right, I'm gonna go with dang man, they got so many, bruh. I'm gonna go with 85 Young Bloods. Y'all know that one?
No, I don't know that
I
one.
love that beat. I love the beat on that song. And then since I gotta go with the third round, let's see. Which one I want to do, man? Oh, if I want to go for more pop hits, I could go for more pop hits. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the pop hits and get No Scrubs.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right. Imperial Set said he wait. Okay, they love your pick. 85. They love that pick. All right. Okay.
85 is a great song, man. Yeah.
Never
I gotta
heard
go
that
check
one.
it out, man. I feel like I'm missing out. I'm gonna go with you got a good mix. You got a good mix. Okay, I already got Outkast. I'm gonna go with Child's Play. CeeLo. CeeLo, Ludacris, Child's Play. That's a song I personally really like. I love that CeeLo Green album a ton. So CeeLo Green, the Soul Machine.
That's legit.
And I'm sorry, what'd you say that song was called?
Child's Play.
Child's Play. Sounds good.
All right, and then
All right.
you finishing out your draft.
Dang, I got two back to back. Um, I'm gonna go. I don't know. I don't want to pick no. Oh man. Give me like 5 seconds. All right, I guess you go Mighty O.
Okay. Mighty O. That's one of my favorite. See, I feel like this is a super underrated Outkast record. Mighty O is. I feel like people only talk about their first 4 albums, and never talk about. Well, people talk about Love Below as well, but I feel like people never talk about Idlewild and some of the dope tracks that are on that album. I don't know. I feel like people like forget like it's a part of the catalog or something. Like they don't count it. But Mighty O is one of my favorite Outkast tracks. Like, period.
All right. Nah, this is my favorite Outkast song. I'm gonna go. I've got a lot of Outkast, man, but whatever. I'm gonna go Crumbling Art.
Crumbling
Oh,
Earth
that's
is
the
an
one I was gonna take,
amazing,
dog. That's one of my favorite smoking songs, man.
That's my
amazing
favorite
song.
one.
Literally, if I show you because I wrote a list of like the songs I want, and Mighty
Mm.
O and Crumbling Herb were my 4 and 5, right? But I just didn't think I'd get my like all these Outkast songs already, so I already have 2. I didn't want to go all Outkast, you know.
Yes.
Man, um, they don't play Outkast in ATL. What they playing in ATL if they're not playing Outkast? That's crazy. That's insane, man.
They should be
Listen,
playing Outkast on. They should be playing all Rico Wade stuff nonstop this week. I can't believe they're not showing more love to this man.
yeah, he said they are right now because Rico died. But all right, let me. I'm gonna stick with this. So many more classic Outkast songs, so I gotta pick one. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with Millennium. I'm gonna go Millennium.
Okay. And this is my last pick. I want to go with some newer stuff. So I don't want to just pick the oldest Outkast records. So I'm gonna go with one that was kind of like a Lucy. I don't know if it was on like a soundtrack or something. I can't wait.
Yeah, I had that on my list too, man. Oh, I love that song. Love that song. That's a
Who's
good
that
one.
by?
That's a Sleepy Brown track.
Mm-mm.
The Outkast is on it too. I mean, or yeah. So
So I think that's gonna be it, man. There's so many more. I really didn't see enough. People showing love and respect. And maybe because they don't know the name right off the top of their heads, and no Organized Noize maybe, but not Rico Wade. But this is, I mean, it's a big time loss, man. This is huge. Hip hop legend for Atlanta. I mean, put Atlanta basically that whole time period. Anybody that came out of Atlanta right there at that time in the early '90s, they had something on that. They were working with Organized Noize. And it's just, or Jermaine Dupri, I guess is about it, right? That's the main 2 people, right? So,
yeah.
or the main 2, entities. So they got a lot of respect, history, uh, and should be honored as such. So it's just a big deal for me. And when I saw that news, I was saddened.
Agreed. It's to me it seems I don't know, almost like the Atlanta generations almost are like separated in a way that like I don't know. It's maybe other cities I don't feel that same way about. But yeah, like even Imperial Staff saying like they don't even play Outkast in the city is just odd to me. But yeah, man. I mean, 1/3 of Organized Noize. He was just on that Killer Mike album in the intro. Speaking on the album, I mean, he like I said, he worked with tons of people. Yeah, and I helped make some of my favorite music ever. Period. So it's definitely a big loss. And deserves all the respect. Let's any other songs y'all would have drafted that like just your favorite other tracks didn't get to shout out?
There was a couple when I did my research here that I didn't know that they had produced, which makes sense because I know Janelle Monáe had what you call them on Dirty Computer, the one where she was rapping. What's it called? Django Jane.
Yeah, that's on
I think that's what it's
not
called,
Dirty
right?
Computer. Oh yeah, it is Dirty Computer. Yeah. Django Jane. Yeah, they produced that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Apparently, I didn't know. So that was cool. They had a lot of credits on that album.
Elevators. They didn't produce Elevators, did they?
The other one, the
They produced
86 one or whatever, the second one, right? Which I don't like as much.
Right. That's why. A lot of
Um,
ATLians, Andre and Big Boy themselves produced. So that's why we picked that they produced all of the first albums in Southern Playalistic, and they produced tracks throughout their discography, but they never produced the whole album again. Big Boy and Andre do a lot of their own production. Django Jane is fine.
lines on that Big Boy album. Vicious Lies and Dangerous Rumors. Remember the song "Lines" on there?
Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite songs.
I'm about to say that's a great song. I didn't. I guess I haven't been keeping up with the credits. It's just different when the music changed. You don't look in the CD book no more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who produced the songs as much. So that's one of the things I realized when I looked through these credits.
I wanted to shout out
Rico Wade.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say to produce a R Linux song on her latest album, Outside. I like that one a lot too.
Yeah. They got a lot of good, R&B stuff. I mean, they worked with like Escape and like TLC. We shouted out already. Who else? They had a bunch of R&B acts that they worked with.
Mm-hmm. I know I be hating on different people and stuff, but one group I never hate on is TLC, man. TLC and Left Eye made sure that I knew the importance of condoms. You know what I mean? So I have lots of love for them. Lots of love. Rest in peace to Left Eye, man. When she passed, me and my wife was devastated, man.
Yeah. Big Boy and Sleepy Brown put out the Big Sleepover was cool. I definitely don't. It's not my favorite Big Boy album, but Solutions Left Foot I think is super underrated album. And Organized Noize did a bunch of work on there. Turns Me On, Backup Plan. B-Dog drafted For Your Sorrows. All those songs they did, and those songs are amazing. I think that Big Boy album, that's one we could review. I think that one is slept on. I think that's Big Boy's solo classic album. Really, that and I think that's why I think people who only talk about Andre and never shout out Big Boy, are tripping. But Organized Noize did a lot of work on that album too. So I also want to shout, they got tracks on their Dungeon Family album too. I think it was a disappointment as a whole. I guess people didn't, wasn't in love with that Dungeon Family album, but they definitely have some good tracks on there too. So yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's tough, man. The dude died suddenly, man. I didn't see any information about what happened. Yeah. So that's shocking, at 50 something, 50 early low 50s, so.
And I shout out, man, just a year ago, and I went and rewatched some of it today. A year ago, the whole Organized Noize was on Questlove Supreme.
Right.
And Questlove Supreme is a great for interviews. People who actually, love music, love the music, because Quest asks all about all the samples and asks about they just ask really good questions, man. And, they actually really know the music and appreciate the music and ask questions about the music. It's not just like really, surface shallow-y interview. So I would definitely suggest, people check out that interview. I feel like that podcast is, the best for those type of things. So, yeah. Dungeon Family album was messy. Agreed. Imperial Stats. But yeah, man, people shout out some dope ones in the chat. TLC Get It Up. remake was born gifted joint. Ben's a Beamer. Someone said. Yeah. All right. Any other thoughts before we head out of here, man?
Fuck J. Cole.
All right.
Fuck Zion Williamson.
Yeah, what else can we say?
Zion, you a bum, man. You a bum, man.
Oh, wait, come on now. We don't do that to Zion. The dude
here.
dropped 40. How you going to say he a bum? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because the second he dropped 40, he blew up like a fucking pumpkin that turned at midnight and had to go out the game. It was over.
How you already ruled out for the next game, dog? You got to say, I'll try, game time decision. Don't rule me out already, dog. That's crazy.
He got a hamstring injury, man. Come on, dog. Y'all, how y'all hating on Zion when it was B.I. and CJ who didn't show up in that
B.I. just came back.
Oh, no, I'm hating on him too. We talked about this before, but me hating on somebody don't mean I ain't hating on everybody.
Good.
I got hate for all.
Let's spread it around.
Okay, what they need to do is call LeBron's supplier and get them roids and get back in the game, man. Let's go, man.
Something. This nigga needs something. He ain't never there when you need him to be. God damn.
Yeah, LeBron need to hook Zion up, man. For real. But I thought he played well, and this is proof, man. The team works better with Zion than with B.I.
This is
man.
proof.
I'm telling you, dog.
Look at the proof. B.I. been balling out here.
B.I. apologist. B.I. apologist. Every time the dude got the ball stopped. He the reason we lost the game. That's why he was benched at the end.
Oh, Lord.
It's not Zion's fault.
Jesus. Jeez.
But when he showed up in the night of the Sunday game, Zion was nowhere to be found.
Exactly.
Did we win that game?
No, the same way we didn't win this game.
No, if Zion didn't get hurt, we would have won this game. He was dominating the game. You talking about a game where we got blown out. You talking about a game where we got blown out. I'm talking about a game where Zion put the team on his back and put us in the lead before he got hurt. All right?
He's hurt all the time.
It wasn't in the lead. It was tied. And he couldn't do it all the way. 3 minutes left. He couldn't survive. So how much help is that for me?
God.
So if you had to keep one, let's say we lost the next game.
No, they got to trade B.I.
Okay,
exactly. So we agree. You got to trade B.I.
I don't agree. Well, they will trade B.I., but I don't think Zion.
They're not going to be signing to a
max. Be better with. Yeah, I don't think our team will be better without B.I.
They won't be better. They won't be better.
Dog, we just seen it. We were on a roll before B.I. came back. B.I. came back and it all.
We were on a roll. Were we on a roll? I mean, we lost our seed.
The Spurs.
Yeah, like I don't know how much of a roll we were on.
Why we lost to the Spurs that game? Because Zion finger was hurt and he didn't play. And they wouldn't have been in that situation if he had played. Because dude stay hurt, man. Look, I don't want to hate on dude. I hope he never get hurt again. But dude stay hurt, bruh. They gotta
stay hurt.
He played 70 games, dog. 70 games. I mean, you say stay hurt.
But we acting like, oh, you want an award? You missed 12 games. In the damn game.
Yeah.
Man. You make 30 mil per.
All right.
Don't be like
that's
Ben
more
Simmons
than his first 3 years combined, man. Like we're not giving you props for playing 1 year, nigga. Like, and then you get hurt in the most important game of the year. Like, come on, man.
Ben's not getting good till midway through the year.
We gonna beat the Kings regardless, and then he'll be back.
Okay.
He'll be back.
For round 2?
Yeah, no, not round 2. 2 weeks. 2 weeks is he'll be back. The third game of the.
So you expect us to be down 0-2?
No, why we gotta be down?
Because you don't believe in BI. You just said you don't believe in BI.
I said the team works better with Zion, but I don't mean we can't win a game off OKC.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
We won 1-1 in the series, and Zion comes back, man, we'll be great. All right.
Tomorrow night, I'm going to
the
Boldy and Benny show. They come into town, so I'm looking forward to that. You going Dumb It Down?
I'm not gonna be able to go, man. I couldn't.
Oh man, I'm gonna be up in there. Solo, man. Hopefully, I don't get jumped. Last time I was at the what show was that I was at? The Conway show. The dude started fighting. I was like, man, what they do? I was in the front. I didn't notice, but I looked back and they had a big scuffle. People was getting pulled out the crowd. I was like, oh man.
That's funny, man. All right.
Don't wear your hater's ball credential there. You know that nigga gonna be looking for you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, that's true. I'm a high. I gotta wear a hat. I'm gonna wear a wig. I'm not an old baldy. I'm an old dude with hair.
Yeah, exactly. You know you're gonna be looking for us, dog.
You
gotta shoot us out.
You're right. You're right. I'm a high like his Drake feature.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy.
That's funny, man. Dang. All right. We appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Y'all catch y'all next time, man.
Like and subscribe.